How comfortable. How comfortable. Come again, Tommy. Come again, Tommy. Jack has just moved into a new apartment. Jack has just moved into a new apartment. You shouldn't always want to. You shouldn't always want to. They were trying to find a solution to the problem. They were trying to find a solution to the problem. If he finishes his work on time, he will come to the party. If he finishes his work on time, he will come to the party. Thanks for the delicious food. Thanks for the delicious food. Could you lend me some pens, please? Could you lend me some pens, please? Can I make a reservation for a birthday party? Can I make a reservation for a birthday party? I must apologize for my mistake. I must apologize for my mistake. Why do they watch movies? Because they want to relax. Why do they watch movies? Because they want to relax. If I had a better memory, I would remember people's names. If I had a better memory, I would remember people's names. Was his stepdaughter the editor? Was his stepdaughter the editor? Can I have extra tortilla chips with the dip? Can I have extra tortilla chips with the dip? The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. A little tipsy. A little tipsy. How much does a gallon of milk cost? How much does a gallon of milk cost? Did they always have to blame? Did they always have to blame? The slow cooker cooks dinner while I'm at work. The slow cooker cooks dinner while I'm at work. We can dance now. We can dance now. Your stepsister was a nurse. Your stepsister was a nurse. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. It's time to take your medications. It's time to take your medications. The movie is a sequel to a popular movie. The movie is a sequel to a popular movie. It was exercise. It was exercise. I will take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way. I will take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way. We're going on a beach trip next month. We're going on a beach trip next month. Will he throw? Will he throw? They subscribe to a magazine. They subscribe to a magazine. He was repairing his car in the garage. He was repairing his car in the garage. How many students are there in the university? How many students are there in the university? Can I use a mobile wallet for payment? Can I use a mobile wallet for payment? Was your neighbor a merchant? Was your neighbor a merchant? I have a plan and goals. I have a plan and goals. Will you join us for dinner tonight? Will you join us for dinner tonight? They spent too much money on vacation. They spent too much money on vacation. The legendary author's books still remain popular today. The legendary author's books still remain popular today. Why are we meeting? Why are we meeting? Can you give me a Band-Aid? Can you give me a Band-Aid? He will have completed his research next week. He will have completed his research next week. My brother was a minister. My brother was a minister. Even though it's hot outside, I still plan to go swimming. Even though it's hot outside, I still plan to go swimming. Couldn't make cream. Couldn't make cream. We will have a picnic in the park. We will have a picnic in the park. He doesn't watch horror movies. He doesn't watch horror movies. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. The stars shine in the clear sky. The stars shine in the clear sky. Should I wear a suit or a dress to the interview? Should I wear a suit or a dress to the interview? He would not serve at noon. He would not serve at noon. Does he always have to suppress? Does he always have to suppress? I drink water when I'm thirsty. I drink water when I'm thirsty. Why do you go to the gym? Because I want to stay in shape. Why do you go to the gym? Because I want to stay in shape. Can I have your boarding pass, please? Can I have your boarding pass, please? Can I help you find something? Can I help you find something? If they had studied harder, they could have passed the exam. If they had studied harder, they could have passed the exam. Before we get started, let's review the agenda. Before we get started, let's review the agenda. Whose watch is this? Whose watch is this? What is our timeline for this project? What is our timeline for this project? Won't you get married? Won't you get married? He wished he could see the sunset from the mountaintop. He wished he could see the sunset from the mountaintop. Did you get it? Did you get it? Avoiding distractions helps maintain focus. Avoiding distractions helps maintain focus. Are his siblings translators? Are his siblings translators? She didn't work as an esthetician very often. She didn't work as an esthetician very often. He wished he could spend more time with his grandparents. He wished he could spend more time with his grandparents. These are very beautiful flowers. These are very beautiful flowers. He always wears trendy clothes. He always wears trendy clothes. I would increase it often. I would increase it often. Shouldn't you be spying after an evening? Shouldn't you be spying after an evening? I'll go to bed early later tonight. I'll go to bed early later tonight. Won't you work as a journeyman at sunset? Won't you work as a journeyman at sunset? No joke, this is great. No joke, this is great. Why are you so angry at me? Why are you so angry at me? We always take our dog for walks. We always take our dog for walks. He is talented in sculpting. He is talented in sculpting. It has to climb. It has to climb. His stepson was a servant. His stepson was a servant. He has been painting this picture for several hours. He has been painting this picture for several hours. Can I request a specific brand product? Can I request a specific brand product? English is spoken all over the world. English is spoken all over the world. Over the years, the proportion of smokers has decreased. Over the years, the proportion of smokers has decreased. I will excuse you from class. I will excuse you from class. Was never an employer. Was never an employer. Can do the second broadcaster later in the morning. Can do the second broadcaster later in the morning. Do you have a low sodium option? Do you have a low sodium option? I would never explain. I would never explain. What is your favorite type of music? What is your favorite type of music? Is your husband a landscape architect? Is your husband a landscape architect? To reach an agreement, both parties need to compromise. To reach an agreement, both parties need to compromise. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Let's continue. Let's continue. He likes to read books before going to bed. He likes to read books before going to bed. The specialist will be there to talk with you about your treatment options. The specialist will be there to talk with you about your treatment options. This movie is better than the previous one. This movie is better than the previous one. Can't communicate. Can't communicate. Do you play any instruments? Do you play any instruments? She loves baking cookies for her family. She loves baking cookies for her family. He had his clothes dry cleaned at the dry cleaners. He had his clothes dry cleaned at the dry cleaners. It may burn occasionally. It may burn occasionally. I can decide after 3 years. I can decide after 3 years. He was teaching his students a new lesson in class. He was teaching his students a new lesson in class. Were your grandchildren housekeepers? Were your grandchildren housekeepers? The problem was caused by lack of communication. The problem was caused by lack of communication. It is difficult to remember all the information. It is difficult to remember all the information. You can't smoke here. You can't smoke here. The cliff edge was a dangerous place to stand. The cliff edge was a dangerous place to stand. Let me know if you need a hug. Let me know if you need a hug. If it rained tomorrow, we would stay at home. If it rained tomorrow, we would stay at home. Sorry, this is a confidential matter. Sorry, this is a confidential matter. He wrote a letter. He wrote a letter. Please keep me informed about your progress. Please keep me informed about your progress. Generally cannot provide counseling. Generally cannot provide counseling. Can we have a manicure after 2 a.m.? Can we have a manicure after 2 a.m.? The train travels around the country. The train travels around the country. It's too late to change our plans now. It's too late to change our plans now. After the rain stopped, they went for a walk. After the rain stopped, they went for a walk. I appreciate your dedication to this project. I appreciate your dedication to this project. I played guitar in the concert. I played guitar in the concert. Even though our budget is limited, we can still achieve this. Even though our budget is limited, we can still achieve this. We usually cannot turn it off. We usually cannot turn it off. Have you considered buying a new computer? Have you considered buying a new computer? You will receive an email with more information. You will receive an email with more information. Can you explain this point? Can you explain this point? We have been meeting here every Monday for the last year. We have been meeting here every Monday for the last year. His uncle was a dietitian. His uncle was a dietitian. Answer the phone when it rings. Answer the phone when it rings. The movie received great reviews from critics. The movie received great reviews from critics. I can't look. I can't look. You didn't dance sometimes. You didn't dance sometimes. We haven't been involved before. We haven't been involved before. Isn't he a shop assistant at Sunrise? Isn't he a shop assistant at Sunrise? Your relatives were barbers. Your relatives were barbers. Many opportunities. Many opportunities. Who did you see? Who did you see? What is your favorite sandwich filling? What is your favorite sandwich filling? How long do you think this situation will last? How long do you think this situation will last? Couldn't find parking near the restaurant. Couldn't find parking near the restaurant. He will have the car fixed by next month. He will have the car fixed by next month. There may not be a psychiatrist often. There may not be a psychiatrist often. You are a great athlete. You are a great athlete. Reclining your seat on the plane. Reclining your seat on the plane. Then buy a ticket to our team and practice it with John. Then buy a ticket to our team and practice it with John. I am absolutely sure. I am absolutely sure. Shouldn't she be a receptionist right away? Shouldn't she be a receptionist right away? Should not respond every week. Should not respond every week. Which museum do you like to go to? Which museum do you like to go to? I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. Should we take it? Should we take it? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. She has been doing yoga since last week. She has been doing yoga since last week. We trust our friends. We trust our friends. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Can't we borrow money from time to time? Can't we borrow money from time to time? Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. They immediately became environmentalists. They immediately became environmentalists. They love playing board games together and have a large collection. They love playing board games together and have a large collection. He arrived at the theater just in time for the show. He arrived at the theater just in time for the show. Especially beef. Especially beef. I expect an increase in my salary. I expect an increase in my salary. Should they talk? Should they talk? Didn't we teach? Didn't we teach? What time does the train leave? Axe. What time does the train leave? Axe. This is your bag. This is your bag. The concert is Saturday night. The concert is Saturday night. This suits you very well. This suits you very well. The engine is on. The engine is on. He may be late for the meeting. He may be late for the meeting. I will kiss you if you promise to be a good boy. I will kiss you if you promise to be a good boy. They took swimming lessons to become better swimmers. They took swimming lessons to become better swimmers. Can Twilight become a pathologist? Can Twilight become a pathologist? Can't it be drawn? Can't it be drawn? The store opens at 9 a.m. every day. The store opens at 9 a.m. every day. I wish I could play guitar like Jimi Hendrix. I wish I could play guitar like Jimi Hendrix. Won't he tell you after a weekend? Won't he tell you after a weekend? What is the purpose of your trip? What is the purpose of your trip? Let me explain how to use this machine. Let me explain how to use this machine. You are an important part of this. You are an important part of this. We need to buy new clothes and shoes for the wedding. We need to buy new clothes and shoes for the wedding. Can I have another cup of coffee, please? Can I have another cup of coffee, please? I need information about the project. I need information about the project. I'm going to the tennis courts. I'm going to the tennis courts. Would you like some water? Would you like some water? Unified. Unified. After heavy rain, the streets were flooded. After heavy rain, the streets were flooded. How can I not see it? How can I not see it? I'm having trouble with this task. Do you have any tips? I'm having trouble with this task. Do you have any tips? We finally reached the top of the mountain and the view was breathtaking. We finally reached the top of the mountain and the view was breathtaking. Were you angry? Were you angry? If he had apologized, she would have forgiven him. If he had apologized, she would have forgiven him. He is enjoying the sunset. He is enjoying the sunset. Works from all over the world are exhibited in the gallery. Works from all over the world are exhibited in the gallery. I don't mind helping. I don't mind helping. Did they usually push? Did they usually push? Can't I work as a waiter sometimes? Can't I work as a waiter sometimes? He had his teeth checked by the dentist. He had his teeth checked by the dentist. I love spending time with my friends, but I also enjoy spending time alone. I love spending time with my friends, but I also enjoy spending time alone. If the weather is humid, I won't go out. If the weather is humid, I won't go out. This movie is funnier than the previous one. This movie is funnier than the previous one. You won't complain. You won't complain. The child who got lost in the supermarket was found by security. The child who got lost in the supermarket was found by security. After 3 nights you will be a naturalist. After 3 nights you will be a naturalist. I don't care if you're 35. I don't care if you're 35. What do you think about our power? What do you think about our power? We must establish clear roles and responsibilities. We must establish clear roles and responsibilities. Scalable. Scalable. Usually he has to deny it. Usually he has to deny it. He is a dentist and takes care of people's teeth. He is a dentist and takes care of people's teeth. Can I support every month? Can I support every month? He is the smartest student in our class. He is the smartest student in our class. The artist used a variety of techniques to create this masterpiece. The artist used a variety of techniques to create this masterpiece. Keep your options open. Keep your options open. I have been supporting the cancer charity for 27 years. I have been supporting the cancer charity for 27 years. Her husband is the nanny. Her husband is the nanny. I can't lend you my car. It is being repaired. I can't lend you my car. It is being repaired. Where can I find breakfast cereals? Where can I find breakfast cereals? We lead positive and meaningful change. We lead positive and meaningful change. She goes shopping on Saturdays. She goes shopping on Saturdays. Outside. Outside. The book is too long for me to finish in one sitting. The book is too long for me to finish in one sitting. Anxiety. Anxiety. He may not say thank you every day. He may not say thank you every day. What time are you closing tonight? What time are you closing tonight? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Working with daily English expressions to improve our English. Working with daily English expressions to improve our English. My brother was a nurse. My brother was a nurse. I want to close my account. I want to close my account. Your grandson was a midwife. Your grandson was a midwife. Don't I fly often? Don't I fly often? You should eat more vegetables. You should eat more vegetables. She is a great cook and also a wonderful hostess. She is a great cook and also a wonderful hostess. 7:45. 7:45. I love cats. I love cats. Is his aunt the driver? Is his aunt the driver? This book is more interesting than that. This book is more interesting than that. Be realistic. Be realistic. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay inside. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay inside. They were going to destroy it last year. They were going to destroy it last year. Even though he was nervous, he performed exceptionally well. Even though he was nervous, he performed exceptionally well. Can I use store credit for my purchase? Can I use store credit for my purchase? We went on a trip to the zoo. We went on a trip to the zoo. Then I can clean it. Then I can clean it. Bilingual. Bilingual. Get ready for the party. Get ready for the party. How many books are on the shelf? How many books are on the shelf? Can he lose now? Can he lose now? Will not lay tiles on a daily basis. Will not lay tiles on a daily basis. I will return the book to the library. I will return the book to the library. It's nice to listen to music. It's nice to listen to music. It shouldn't be disturbing. It shouldn't be disturbing. Beach. Beach. He's wearing black shoes. He's wearing black shoes. He doesn't look like he's having much fun. He doesn't look like he's having much fun. You don't feel it after 1 week. You don't feel it after 1 week. He has been playing the violin for years. He has been playing the violin for years. I'm sorry I couldn't go out with your friends. I'm sorry I couldn't go out with your friends. Our friend is the school principal. Our friend is the school principal. What's the problem? What's the problem? Are your children a nanny? Are your children a nanny? I was cleaning the house while listening to music. I was cleaning the house while listening to music. I would like to work in a world without worries. I would like to work in a world without worries. Business is booming. Business is booming. He is sleeping peacefully. He is sleeping peacefully. You shouldn't do politics after 3 days. You shouldn't do politics after 3 days. Every year should know its value. Every year should know its value. He needs to fix the leaky faucet. He needs to fix the leaky faucet. These mountains are so beautiful. These mountains are so beautiful. No problem. No problem. Bread maker makes fresh bread for breakfast. Bread maker makes fresh bread for breakfast. You shouldn't play ball inside the house. You shouldn't play ball inside the house. To trust. To trust. I will go to work at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I will go to work at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Can it start weekly? Can it start weekly? The new product was launched last week. The new product was launched last week. We were watching the sunset on the beach. We were watching the sunset on the beach. Can you prepare 1 weekend in advance? Can you prepare 1 weekend in advance? I love music festivals. I love music festivals. The movie had started when we arrived, so we had to wait for the next showing. The movie had started when we arrived, so we had to wait for the next showing. I'm angry with you, so I won't come to you. I'm angry with you, so I won't come to you. The dress she bought is very expensive. The dress she bought is very expensive. He lives here in New York. He lives here in New York. He'll take a nap after lunch. He'll take a nap after lunch. Brush work should be done regularly. Brush work should be done regularly. She does yoga to relax. She does yoga to relax. His mother was a physicist. His mother was a physicist. I have been living in Ankara since 2020. I have been living in Ankara since 2020. It is his responsibility to finish the project. It is his responsibility to finish the project. He traveled to many countries. He traveled to many countries. The company is looking for a new project manager. The company is looking for a new project manager. I have to connect at noon. I have to connect at noon. Meeting. Meeting. I'm sorry for making you cry. I'm sorry for making you cry. Do you serve brunch on Sundays? Do you serve brunch on Sundays? You can provide it normally. You can provide it normally. Nowadays. Nowadays. He loves ice cream, and I love him too. He loves ice cream, and I love him too. They went to the concert last night and had a lot of fun. They went to the concert last night and had a lot of fun. They shouldn't say it. They shouldn't say it. This feels refreshing. This feels refreshing. How can you be late? How can you be late? He likes listening to classical music. He likes listening to classical music.